What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for the last predicted lineup of the season. Obviously, it is Norwich away. A point is needed. All that is needed is a point for Champions League qualification. It wouldn't be Tottenham with a bit of madness coming into it. And obviously, Gary Lineker broke that there's been an outbreak of food poisoning at the club. But it does seem that the only one that's been affected by anything is Harry Kane, and we'll get into the team news in a second, but that doesn't seem to be too much of a fear from Antonio Conte, which is good news. But it wouldn't be Tottenham without this kind of madness, would it?
Yeah, and obviously we had last week, we had a virus going around affecting Kulusevski, Lloris and Galini, and I think Winks as well. So clearly that's bled over to this week. Kane sounds like he's got it and he's going to take some time to recover. There's also rumours they're affecting other players, but we don't know for sure. At the moment, we only know for sure Harry Kane's been affected, but he's still hopeful to play.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the team news. Obviously, Conte's been speaking in his press conference, and what is the team news?
The team news is that obviously Romero, we know, is out for the rest of the season. So he's confirmed that he won't be playing. So he joins Skip, Tanganga, Sessegnon, Doherty on the list of players unavailable. There was, we heard early in the week, there was a slight chance that Romero might be available, but it seems like the season's run out of time for him. So he's continued to be out. And then obviously we'll have to wait and hear about any further illnesses come tomorrow and before Sunday. Hopefully there isn't any more. There's rumours Sessegnon and Emerson might be affected. At the moment, that's nothing confirmed by that. All we know is Harry Kane isn't feeling well, but hopefully he'll make a recovery in time. Well, Conte, when asked about Kane, will he be available for Sunday? He said, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For sure, he said.
So, yeah, so good news regarding that. Kind of eases the panic as it was yesterday morning.
Still not perfect preparation, though.
It's not perfect preparation, but I think that, Conte says that we have the same squad available as we had for the Burnley game. So, shouldn't be too much to worry about. But let's get into our predicted lineup. Last predicted lineup of the season. We're going for a 3-4-3 formation as per usual. And in goal is obviously going to be the captain, Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, considering he was playing through illness last week, it gives another context to how well he played, because I thought he did quite well last week against Burnley, despite not having too many saves to make. Hopefully, it sounds like he's shaken off. Big last day of the season. Clean sheet, and we get Champions League. That's an important thing. So hopefully Lloris doesn't have to be overworked, but if he has the save to make, hopefully he'll make it.
All right, let's start off with the centre-backs. And in the right centre-back position, obviously with Romero being out, we're going to go with Davinson Sanchez, who I think has come in and done really well last couple of games.
Yeah, and got to give him credit because coming in last minute against Arsenal, and then he's had two difficult games, and I thought he's come in and done a really good job. To be fair, under Conte, I think he's been pretty solid. I mean, obviously he's had his dodgy moments, but I think he's improved since Conte's come in, and he hasn't had too many shockers as maybe he had like last season. So fair play to him. Obviously he's improving his quality on the ball as well. Hopefully he won't have too much to do in this game.
Yeah, let's hope so. Alongside Davinson Sanchez in the centre is going to be Eric Dyer, obviously. Last game of the season, and he's had a very strong season.
Yeah. And he's, it's under the radar how impressive he's been. I think he's been slept on by a lot of rival fans about how impressive he's been this season. And I think he goes down as, you could argue, one of, if not the most consistent performer in the team this season. Every game he seems to be playing at least a 7 out of 10. And that's really impressive. And it goes a long way for him, for confidence for next season. Now we've got Champions League football. Obviously he's going to be... we're going to be signing centre-backs and stuff in the summer, but at least we know in Dyer we have someone who's been very, very consistent, and hope maybe with new signings, maybe with new signings he can even up his game.
Yeah.
And he'll be fine for that World Cup spot.
Absolutely. I think it's a travesty he hasn't been called up as of yet this season with the way he's been performing. Another player who maybe is being slept on by rival fans is Ben Davies at left centre-back.
Yeah, and another player who played very well last few games, had a great season. and hopefully he ends the season well as well. I'm not too much to say. I just think I've been very happy with him under Conte, and as much as he's a player that we're probably going to look to improve in the summer, I think can't deny what a great season he's had.
Even though you look to improve him, and then that's for sure. But I wouldn't want to sell him. I'd like to keep him as a squad member.
Definitely not. I agree with you.
So that's the back three. Let's move on. I think we're going to right wing back, I believe, and that's going to be Emerson Royale, who's also improved massively as of late.
Yeah, obviously, as we said, there's a rumour that he's struggling with the illness as well. Hopefully he's not affected or not affected too badly. And you're right, past few games he's been great. He really has come a long way, especially 2 great performances against Arsenal and Liverpool when we really needed him to step up. And he's shown that maybe he can do a job in this role, and maybe we shouldn't give up him too easily. But I do think that he's never going to truly be what we really need in that position, as much as he can do a job there.
Yeah.
So I think if we can get our money back and get someone who's more suited to Conte's system, I think we're better off doing that.
Yeah, there's obviously the rumours of us bringing in Jed Spence as one of our first signings this summer. And the rumours are still, I think reliable sources are still saying we're still looking to get rid of Emerson Royale. So maybe the writing's a bit on the wall for him. But I think that with these performances, maybe in the last few weeks, maybe you have a few more suitors for him now.
Yeah, I hope so.
So that's that. Let's move on to the midfield and let's talk about Rodrigo Bentancur. There's actually a question mark over Bentancur. He wasn't mentioned at all in the press conference, but people haven't seen him in the training videos or anything.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have to wait and hear on that as a source of worry, I guess, that he hasn't been seen. Very important to our team. Obviously, Winks was ill last week, so if he has to come in now, we'll add in that he hasn't been very good. That's obviously going to be a bit concerning. I think we should be all right, even if Winks does come in. But Bentancur's been so crucial in that central midfield. It'd be a massive blow to lose him. So hopefully he's all right. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but you're right. He hasn't been seen in training.
And on the Winks thing, like if he does have to come in, I mean, he came in and did a job against Leeds, didn't he? And performed all right.
It's not like we've never won a game with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he came in. If you can come in and perform against Leeds back up at Ellen Road, surely you can perform at Norwich.
Of course. We've won plenty of games with Winks. It's just a lot of the times when we lose. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not going to be too worried if Winks comes in for me.
All right, so alongside Bentancur, we're going to go for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I mean, I've been waxing lyrical about Højbjerg over the past couple of weeks, and it's going to be no different today because I think he's been absolutely brilliant in the last couple of months. And
he came out in the stats last week. He's the 3rd highest player in the Premier League for balls recovered in the centre or possession won in the centre. I think he's been fantastic, man. I really believe he's been as well very, very underrated. I think because sometimes he can be a bit sloppy on the ball and stuff like that, especially in bad areas when he gets pressed. I think people overlook a lot of the good he does, and he does a lot of good for this Spurs team. And there's a reason why he seems to be Conte's most trusted central midfielder. And he was also under Mourinho the most trusted central midfielder, and there's a reason for that. And I think
we don't have any good midfield options.
No, I think he's done well. I think he's done good. I think he's good. I think he gets slept on. I think he's done a fantastic job. And I think, fair play. He's going from strength to strength.
Yeah. All right. So that's Højbjerg and Bentancur in the double pivot. Left wing back, obviously, with Reguilon out. Sessegnon really coming of age in the last couple of games. I think his defensive display has really been good. And it feels like he's growing in confidence and adding things to his game on game now.
Yeah, and he seems to be creating more and more chances with each game. You know, against Burnley, I think he created about 3 chances, which we should have scored. One was off the line from Kane, and 2, Son forced Pope into 2 saves. So he really is starting to make a difference in the final third. Defensively, I think we've conceded 1 goal in the last 3. So I think he's doing. I think 1 goal in the last 4 actually. So I think he's doing a great job defensively on the left-hand side, and I do think he's more suited to that left wing-back role than Reguilon is.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm loving the progression we're seeing from him, because we signed him a while ago now, 2019, and for ages we didn't know if we were going to get a player out of him. Went out on loan, did all right at Hoffenheim, but injuries always kept him back. Injuries are still obviously a big question mark with him, but at least we're seeing a bit of product on the pitch now. That's for sure. Let's move on to the attacking options. On the right-hand side, we're going to go with Dejan Kulusevski. Obviously, he was on the bench last week because he had the illness and came on, so he made the team. So that's, I think, good news in terms of maybe the Harry Kane worries.
Yeah, I don't think Lucas probably did enough. I don't think Lucas was terrible actually last week, but I don't think he probably did enough to keep Kulusevski out of the spot if he's fit. So I think Kulusevski has to come straight back in. He was given 10 minutes last week. Didn't do too much in those 10 minutes, to be fair, but we were just kind of defending at the time, so understandable. So yeah, I think he comes straight back in. He's going to be very important in this game.
Absolutely. Up top is obviously Harry Kane. Obviously, the question marks about him that we've been talking about, but Conte seems pretty confident he's going to play.
Yeah, and I think he will play. I think Harry Kane won't miss this game for the world. He knows how much it means. He's going to want to make sure, as much as Conte, that we get over the line, and he wants to be on that pitch to lead us there. He knows as much as anyone how important this game is, so he won't miss it. And if it means he has to start and come off early or something, then so be it. But I think he's definitely going to be there.
All right, and the last of the 11 is going to be Heung-min Son gunning down for the Golden Boot, 1 goal away. We don't know if Mo Salah's going to play the last game of the season, but I'm backing Sonny to do it this weekend, and I actually think he might even get a hat-trick this weekend.
Who knows? Maybe we get 4. Who knows? I think, look, it's tailor-made for Son, this game. I think if he could pick a game to end the season on to try and win the Golden Boot, he'll probably choose this game, and let's hope he can do it. Look, there are definitely going to be goals for him. Norwich aren't the type of team to sit back and defend. That's not how they play. Even in their good period when they were getting points and stuff, it's just not in their nature. That's not how they're at their best. So there's going to be space for him. There's going to be chances for him. And especially if we get an early goal, if he can set the tone early, he can have a hatful in this one. So big opportunity for Son to grab that Golden Boot in this last game. But yeah, obviously, as he said, the most important thing is the team. So I honestly think if there's a penalty, I think Kane's taking it. I don't think Son is.
Yeah, I think it depends on maybe what happens in the game. I think if it's a penalty early on, or if it's a penalty when the game's still in the balance, Kane takes it. But if we've got a few goals behind us, I think Sonny might take it. If he's, yeah, I do. But anyway, let's run through that lineup one more time. Hugo Lloris in goal. Emerson right wing back, Sessegnon left wing back, Davis and Dyer and Sanchez in the centre back positions, Højbjerg and Bentancur in that double pivot with Son on the left, Kulusevski on the right, Kane up top. What is your score prediction?
4-0.
4-0.
Well, you never know, because on the last day of the season, some wacky things happen. It's one of those where maybe we'll lose, but or maybe we'll score 8. You know what I mean? There's 8. No, you never know, because honestly, we beat Hull 7-1. You know what I mean? We lost to Newcastle 5-1. I remember last day of the season we played Leicester. We won 5-4. So wacky results can happen the last day of the season when the shackles are off a bit. So you never know. If we get a few early goals, this could be an absolute riot. You never know.
Put your neck out of the line. Predict. But
I'm going 4-0.
Predict date. Come on.
I'm going. Let's go 6-0.
6-0. You go for
6-0.
Big up. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple for this one. I'm going to go 3-0 Spurs. I think yeah, we're far the superior team. I do think there will be a bit of nerves going into this one, but I think once we get the first goal, I think there'll be only one team in this, and hopefully we'll get that in the first half, and then Norwich will have to come at us even further, and that'll leave us with even more gaps in behind to really punish this Norwich team. So I'm going for 3-0, and I'm also going for a hat-trick for Sonny as well. So I'm going 3-0. Sim's going 6-0. Let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. Let me know your predicted lineup in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.